going on, y'all, man? Welcome to me and my OG podcast. It's the third episode.
Hope everybody had a fantastic week.
Yeah, I'm getting used to this.
Yeah. I could freelance a little bit more now. We dealt with a lot of foundation things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we did a great job explaining to you who we are.
Mm-hmm.
People had an opportunity to see what the dynamic is. So I'm ready to take questions, deal with whatever, deal with modern day stuff. So I guess the ordinary start off question, which is great, is like, what you paying attention to this week?
To stuff in Haiti, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing what was going on in Haiti. I've been paying attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my students was watching CNN 10, and I was seeing that was mentioned a lot. The Haiti thing with the bull barbecue. They, fighting for.
They are like most people, just fighting for freedom.
Freedom,
Man. They're being
I was trying to look for a better word, but
they're being oppressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but they're in a Haiti's in a. Nobody's offering them any support.
Yeah.
It's really the first free Black republic.
Mm-hmm.
They've been not really allowed to join the world economy
Mm-hmm.
and take advantage of their independence. I think I understand that that it's sitting right on. We was talking. It's sitting right on the back of DR.
DR, yeah.
Really super connected.
Is it on the back or a split?
No, it's on the back.
Okay.
Any splitting or any of that is man-made split of them trying to separate each other.
Okay.
But I think their biggest problem is that they started off bad. The slave system there was extremely rough.
Mm-hmm.
And so, agriculture, it's an agriculture thing. So if you keep planting the same thing over and over again, you kind of like kill the natural resources.
Okay.
And so what happened is, on the other side of the island, they had another kind of system. It wasn't the deep, hard slave system. They actually, started trying to build a more inclusive community.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember you telling me that when you go to DR, they give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't fooling with Black folk over there in DR.
Mm-hmm.
That darker. As a matter of fact, if you got, if they can find a lot of that black blood in you getting kicked out. Even if you've been there for some time. I don't want to put a time on it because it might be a new law. But you getting up out of there if you got that strong African descent, like if you ain't got enough, if you're not amalgamated, if you're not mixed enough, then you can't be there. So
it's crazy because when I first got wind of the Haiti thing, I had seen it on Twitter. I seen the bull barbecue. He had on high top Black Air Ones. You see that sneak? It's like, come on, man. He was on some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we got family over there. Your brother's family is over there. So I've been quasi paying attention to it for a while. I've been really paying attention to it since I've known of its independence there, and all the if you start studying Black history, they're gonna come up often. because a lot of freedom fighters from the slave era, you know,
Mhm.
that was they were mimicking.
Cause when we went to the African American History Museum,
Hmm.
the Bull Toussaint, that kind of like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So Toussaint, I'm glad you said his
Mhm.
name. He was been a you know, he people wanted to do what he did. I mean, he
Mhm.
gained black independence. He pulled it off. I guess there was no way for them to know that the rest of the world was just going just let them sit, but
Mhm.
they've been sitting since then, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
What you been paying attention to? What you been paying attention to?
um, really, I mean, it's Ramadan,
Mhm.
right? And so, the 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 Islam situation when it comes to Palestine is very disheartening,
Mhm.
is the word. And so, that um, back to music, um, country music.
Mhm.
So, Beyonce and the country song.
Mhm.
And then there's another sister, I don't know her name, I can kind of Google it, that I guess she's been doing it a little longer, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, but just some of the some of the hard truths, like that's African music.
Bro, I know you gonna go there every single time, bro.
It's somebody has to,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Because um, our Africanisms show up all over the place.
Excuse me.
We talked about, I gotta get into this. My babies, listen to that. You know, so, well, what I'm talking about is our children dancing
Mhm.
to some of the music that we hear. And what I know is it's quite natural
Mhm.
for our babies to dance. I mean, it's part of being an African.
Mhm.
Um, you know, all of our customs and celebrations and all that, it all involves dancing.
Okay.
Um, but the difference is our filter, right? We don't filter it. So, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm trying to follow you.
Oh well, certain dances are appropriate in certain places,
Okay.
and for certain, for certain folk.
Mhm.
So Saturday night
Mhm.
is if you see um, folks get up and dance
Mhm.
and do line dancing.
Mhm.
There's something very African about line dancing,
Okay.
right? Um, even the sexy body movement is
Mhm.
appropriate sometimes. Maybe that's the village celebration dance for um, young sisters, the virginity dance. So maybe this is what the 16-year-olds do,
Okay.
right? So it's inappropriate for your 3-year-old to be doing what the 16-year-old is doing, trying to find her husband, whatever the case may be. So it's really appropriate times and all that, but the fact that they're dancing and moving and got that kind of soul to them, so to speak, it's African.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a time and a place.
Yeah, but I'm not really. Another word came up in conversation. Um, Matter of fact, today in a conversation, I was in a business meeting, and we were talking about mental mental health in our communities,
Mhm.
um, right? And so the word grace came up,
Okay.
right?
That is used a lot. Give him grace.
Giving grace.
Giving grace. That's a thing.
So even if there's times where um, my reading and my studying brings me to a place where where opinion is formed. I know enough to give my people grace. They've been through a lot. They are, if our community or our people people in general, if you go through something, right? Normally, there's therapy and things like that, like therapy and support. Well, our folks have been through a whole lot, and we've never gotten any therapy or support for that. So, even if I immediately form a hard opinion, there's always grace.
Right.
That
makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Twerking is African. Right?
Twerking is African.
Okay.
Twerking is African.
Straight up and down.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
It's an old story. Long time ago. I was dating this sister, right? And she wore jewels on her forehead.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I'm African. It's the first. It might be the first big date, and she show up with. I'm gonna Google it to find out what is that called. Can you Google that? You got your phone with you? What's jewels on the forehead? But anyway, she came out with that on, and I'm wondering, and I'm thinking, and we actually going to an African club, so it's cool. But I got questions. So I asked her, hey, what's the beads and all that? What's that all about? What's that all about? And she said, she said, a certain tribe wears this to weddings. See, it's appropriate. We ain't going to no
wedding.
We ain't going to no damn wedding.
Right.
So it's inappropriate. So now you just, it's kind of weird. But again, giving our people grace. We don't know what tribe we came from. We don't know when we supposed to wear this, all that. We just trying to identify. So if you gonna wear,
showing up.
If you gonna wear beads to the ball,
showing up on a date. A girl got beads on her face. It's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, but they figure he Afrocentric, he got dreads and all that. We could try him. I mean, they would probably would wear that shit. I mean, that stuff. If you was going on a date with him, I mean, but me, it's like, hey, he claimed to be African, so this is African, But African is a continent.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. A bunch of different vibes.
Different vibes from community to community. So, I'll take it in general. I ain't gonna sit here and try to, narrow down on something. I don't have that kind of information.
Okay.
On Ancestry.com, 20% of this tribe, 20% of that tribe, 20% of that tribe, 10% of this tribe, and then 3% Wales. I don't know where.
Shit.
3% Wales. It is what it is. But grace. I think, as a matter of fact, grace is probably what we lack a lot of that. We don't give each other grace. And the systems in which we live in don't allow us to give each other grace. I've seen Little League or what they call it, football, Little League football.
Pop Warner?
Pop Warner. I've seen people call Pop Warner football player trash. Now, that's ridiculous. You call the 10-year-old kid trash?
I mean, it's competitive, though. It's competitive. I have been Victor.
You've called a
I
10-year-old.
have been at my nephew's game as a kid. The quarterback throws an interception.
You called him trash.
I would say he fucking sucks, but because they're competing. That's it. I don't really feel like he's trash. We're supposed to give him grace because we're trying to win. It's a competitive. That was a bad example, Dad.
No.
I feel like giving somebody grace is like it has to be a more in-depth
Wait,
situation.
hold on. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
You think it's appropriate for someone to consider or to call a 10-year-old kid trash?
Yes.
That's one of our problems.
That's not. That's
is.
not. I feel like that's very appropriate for the situation.
Come on, yo, stop! Don't do that.
Yo,
Don't do that.
hey Dad.
Don't do that. It is not appropriate to call a 10-year-old kid.
Hey
trash.
Dad, I've seen you at high school games.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a kid, 16, 17.
I ain't call him trash
Yeah,
though.
you
No,
like
I
that.
didn't. I ain't call no kid trash. I may have said, hey, he should not be in the game right now.
You still ain't giving him grace.
I am. You know what I mean? He ain't even supposed to be in
Dad,
the
you
game.
can't. Sports don't count, bro. You can't. That's not. Yo, grace don't work in sports. I'm not giving you no grace. We trying to win.
Okay. All right. Where are you giving grace?
I'm giving grace to the young boy who gets high. You know what I mean? Because he lost a lot of friends and stuff like that. He trying to figure out how to. I ain't hard on. Oh man, this young boy, he getting all high, throwing his life away. This, and that. I'm giving him grace. He going through a lot. It got to be more in-depth situations to where I'm giving grace. Like, you know what I mean? Like I give grace to my students. He got stuff going on at home. He can't focus in class. I'm giving him grace. Like, yeah, I mean, let the young boy. You know what I mean? I'm giving him in those type situations.
Okay.
Not the quarterback who made my nephew lose the game. He sucks in the moment.
Okay. I'm all right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all.
All right.
You know what I mean?
That's I will accept that. I think sports is weird. I always bought some Eagle glasses here today. I did.
Yo, you the fakest sports fan I know, bro.
No, I'm not a fake fan. I'm not a sports fan.
Why do you have Eagle glasses? You talking about glasses to drink out of? I thought you were talking about. Hey, yo, I thought you were talking about like some Eagle aviators and stuff.
No, bro.
I was just saying, yo, what?
No. But I think I think the bottom line thing is I think sports and fandom is a mind game. Bottom line. I know. But I almost brought it. Okay, so here's my point.
Okay.
Here's my point. I was out one day. I was at an event.
Mm-hmm.
It was a athletic event. You know, it was themed sports stuff and all that. And the brother was an Eagles fan. So I'm sitting there, you know, eating my little chips and stuff, and the older brother came in, just to the T, all cowboy stuff on. So the brother ain't had nowhere to sit. So I offered him my seat. I was sitting at an Eagles table. The table was green, had an Eagles emblem on it. You know, the chairs might have been green, and I was probably eating out of Eagles.
Where was you at?
A friend of mine was having a.
Oh, okay. So you was at the Eagles.
They were fans. One,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, pretty cool. My folks, and she's probably watching too. P says, yeah. So she's a Baltimore fan. She's a Ravens fan, and her husband is an Eagles fan.
Okay.
And I had just finished decorating their basement. Half Ravens, half Eagles.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was dope. So we down there, and so all the brother's friends was coming from out of town. You know, that brother wouldn't sit down and eat. He was like, yo, I'd rather not eat at all. That's weird to me. Yo, the brother would
Yo,
not.
he said, I'd rather not eat at all.
I'm cool. He stood there in his nice cowboy outfit, cowboy from dinner. I think he even had cowboy sneakers on.
You always
Yo-
be
yo-
extra. You always be extra.
Yo, I'm not me. Sports fan.
There he has some cowboy sneaks on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bunch of them got it. Don't y'all got it? Y'all got it. That's what they get into. I'm not that much of a fan of nobody and really nothing. You know what I mean?
I got that from you, man. It's hard for me to be a part of any group, organization, club.
Yeah, I can't think of one sports fan in my family.
I'm a boxing fan.
Yeah, that's quasi. I'm talking about
Like a team.
from here, my aunts, uncles, family, that ain't
Of no sport, like nothing.
nothing. You and what you just said was the closest thing to being a fan. Well, sports. I know Unc in New York. I know he likes boxing. You know what I mean? So boxing. Uncle Dave.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes boxing. But as far as a sports fan or going someplace and somebody having on
A jersey
a
and
jersey or something like, I would get laughed at. If I pulled up with a jersey on at a family event, my family would ask me if I'm being weird.
I mean, not if you was on some fashion, because jersey was fly at one point.
You could get tons of pictures with me with Lakers jackets on, Lakers hat, and some kind of that's different.
Yeah, you talking about like fanned out.
like a fanned out, like I'm wearing this because
They playing tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not what we do. And I know what.
So nobody was a Yankees fan and Mets, none of that type.
As much as Jay-Z was a Yankees fan, we toss that thing on. It's just you just
because you repping it's more so the town.
It's a blue hat.
Yeah.
That's all. It's the most. That's the same thing with the Cowboys. It's like
It's not just the blue hat. It's the emblem because you from New York hat, right?
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, right.
It just so happens to be the perfect color.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, so I can't do the fan thing, so I enjoy the festivities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Super Bowl parties.
No, for sure.
And another thing is, it's sort of like, you know, when I went to Howard,
Mm-hmm.
right? We would have pep rallies.
Mm-hmm.
The guy you was rooting for played, you know, he went to your school and all that. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a little bit different though.
I'm not sure, because when it comes to the Eagles or something like that, I'm gonna be an Eagles fan because I live in the Philadelphia area, and when they have a pep
It's a
rally,
little bit different than your
Yeah.
school.
huh?
It's a little bit different than your school. You really a part of the. You know what I mean?
Okay, college, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Same
I
thing.
can be a fan there.
Yeah.
After that, bro, unless you pay for the team, they just a team.
No. I feel you.
Yeah.
It's different because school. What they call that? School.
I don't know.
What's the word for it?
I don't know. Camaraderie. Yeah.
Camaraderie.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. But you know, it's a big time game. You can gamble. That's maybe a team wins you money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I just can't get the fan thing. So when things get crazy, the football season, we in week 12, I'm just calling all my Eagles fans, all my
Why are we
Cowboys,
talking
and
about
playing with
sports?
them.
Why are we talking about sports? Remember how we was connecting sports to hip hop?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Remember
Mm-hmm.
we was talking about AI.
AI.
Was it Roy
Well, I'm
Jones?
not sure. Yeah, AI.
I said Roy Jones. You
You
said
said Roy
Roy
Jones.
was-
Well, Roy Jones was a bit corny. Just a bit. But I'm biased. Anybody out of that's not from New York, can't say that. But Roy Jones was a bit.
He was corny.
He was a bit corny.
It was like fake, like not fake, but like
Mm-hmm.
awkward.
It wasn't like Floyd.
Yeah. Okay.
Floyd, you feel that? You believe Floyd Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather, and he can't be
All
nobody
right. So
else.
we connected sports to hip hop. We got Allen Iverson,
Hmm.
basketball,
Yeah,
football.
but you gonna have to do that. In my era, that wasn't. That's,
We're not gonna say Dion. Is that his name?
yeah, I guess. I guess.
It's Dion, right? It's Dion.
Yeah,
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 Dion.
yeah.
Football.
Okay. He is what he is, though.
Yeah.
I remember Dion. I remember Dion, yo. I seen him one time. They was in Cowboy Stadium. He played for the Cowboys then.
Mm.
You know, they got a roof. It's 70 degrees in that joint.
You got a fur coat
Not him, his mom and his wife. They was furred up. They look like two bears sitting there. they look, they
on.
look,
Yeah, Dion.
but that's what it was.
Turn
You
this
know
shit
what I
up.
mean? Hey, they was sitting there in the front row, 50-yard line, look like two bears sitting
Ghetto
there together.
Fabulous.
That's, you know, he is the hip. If there was a hip hop football dude, I guess it was him.
So you saying boxing is definitely Floyd Mayweather. We established that. I said Roy Jones, and you said it's Floyd, definitely.
Yeah. Who was that dude? It was another brother in California. He's really going through something right now as far as his speech and all that. I think he's well, but his speech, his motor skills is down. Floyd fought him once, but I'll go back to him. He's from California.
Floyd
Him and Floyd went back and forth. What's his damn name? I can't think of his name, but I would equate Zab before a lot of people, but he's a New Yorker.
Yeah, that's different.
You know, Zab is definitely New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
Mike Tyson.
definitely hip hop. Yeah, Mike Tyson was embraced, and you can hear it in the rap lyrics. So if hip hop is embracing you, then the rappers is going to mention you.
Mm-hmm.
And so they mentioned a lot of Roy Jones mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
If I to be honest, a lot of Floyd mentions,
A lot of Mike Tyson, of
a
course.
lot of Mike Tyson's.
Yeah.
Shane, that's his name.
Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley. Yeah, but he was a California guy. He was, I think, maybe. I mean, I liked him, so maybe that's different. Did you talk about the table? Did we talk about anything on the table? We talked about the book.
No, we didn't talk about the table.
Okay. What you bring?
I found this one book at Target, The Black Joy Project,
Okay.
by Cleaver Cruz. It's like a book with visuals, short stories.
Well, show. This is a good looking book.
Yeah, it's very good looking. You talking about show it? This is my first time really opening it. I looked through it before I brought it, but yeah, I'm thinking.
Is it?
It remind me of the book. What's that book that you had? Did you take it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's right here.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
tripping. Yeah, it's like, little stories, some good art pieces and stuff in here. This is just a nice tabletop.
Nice tabletop.
Nice tabletop book.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, check this joint out, man.
What's it called?
It's called The Black Joy Project
Let me see.
by Cleaver Cruz.
Black.
That was the last one, too. I think they had it in there, for Black History Month.
Okay.
It's a dope one.
So I opened the door and opened the book and seen one of my poetry heroes is here. Zora Neale Hurston. Yeah, that's a pretty dope book.
Yeah. Really gotta dive into it and really, read some stuff.
Yeah, so read for a sit down and keep it moving while wait for the next thing. Okay, cool. What else you got over there?
Yeah, that's what I brought to the table. Oh, man, and this is something that I'm super, super excited about. So I wrote a book.
Okay.
Rumble Out the Jungle. by yours truly, Olu Jahe. You know,
Okay. Sort of like a children's
it's a
book.
children's book.
Children's book.
Yeah, it's a children's book. So that's
That would look good on just sitting on the counter too, though.
yeah. This is a good job.
Mm.
I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. I'm still trying to figure out. Like this book is, I feel like it's ready to go.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I feel like it could be a little bit more. You know,
You
I
got
just
it.
want it to be as best as it could be. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because it's going to be short stories. I keep looking at it myself. I'm trying to, I gotta show y'all, but
Well, it's a growth thing. Maybe
two
that's the first one and the second one.
2 different sizes, like adjuster.
Mm.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
But yeah, that's what I got going on, man. And just to give y'all a brief of what the book is about, it's about African American kid growing up, in poverty, facing everyday struggles. He was bullied. Went to the gym to learn how to box and end up becoming, resilient. This is a good joint, and I dedicated the book to the coach that I started boxing with, Coach Lil.
Mm.
He passed, and my big brother L. But we just gonna go ahead and
You ain't gonna talk about.
no, we gonna talk about the other one yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah. What you bring to the table?
So.
Before we go into that, what we got on the table?
Yeah, what we got on the table? We got so this is Black Girl Magic Rosé by the
McBride sisters.
Ms. McBride sisters. This is their rosé. And then we have
That Riesling.
the Riesling. Now, let me see if I can help you out with the content. The flavors the flavor is light. It's not heavy.
It's not heavy.
It's not heavy. It's light. This says, and it's 11.5% alcohol. So that's what that is. It's a really, really light, clean. I think the taste, it's a clean taste.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing tardy about it. Nothing. It's just a nice, clean wine, and it's not that strong. So anyone that wants to take it light, well, the rose is 13% in that.
He talk about light.
Well, the Snoop Doggy Dogg wine is 15, 16%.
The 19 crime shit.
Yeah.
First time I seen that joint was in your crib.
You ain't gotta do that.
I'm sorry. My bad. I ain't mean to tell on you. You put me on to that, bro.
Yeah, that was my my COVID bar setup.
COVID was crazy.
COVID was crazy.
COVID was crazy. So what you bring to the table, Dad?
I ran across my book. I have named her Inspiration.
How old is that book? Yeah.
Oh, this book may be 10 years old, y'all.
About that.
That might have been 2013.
About that.
Yeah. So, I was writing like crazy back then, like crazy. And I had a bunch of,
Let me see. Check it out.
I wrote a bunch of social political stuff, infused with some love stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to put out a big, thick book. That wasn't what they told me. That's not what poets do.
Mm-hmm.
You put out little small ones and slow roll it. And so I've decided that the first book would be love poems. So we just talked about grace.
Look at this.
What I really think, what's that?
That's dope.
Well, what's that?
Like some poems.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like that's one of the books that I was working out of. I had still got some raw pieces in there.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I'm cool to read this.
no, read my poem
Yeah, not out
to
loud.
yourself. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can read them. Yeah. Those to be honest with you, everything I write is for y'all.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was really my way to speak to y'all.
Yo, you had this one poem, right? That me and my cousins used to bid off all the time.
Nah, don't talk about that. What do you? Just give me the first two. Give me the first two lines, and then I'll tell you what it is.
It was like, the pen was like, the pad was like it was like real sexy, and it was just.
Oh yeah, that was one of my hitters. I do that in the venue. I do that in the
Hey, Dad,
venue.
that joint go.
It's getting lit.
How that joint go, Dad? Spit like 2 bars, bro.
Simone, this is just a nasty, freaky word bone. It's crazy how I love to be alone and write these words. Yeah, that's my joint right there, man. That's
Yo,
you know what I mean. That's one of them.
yo,
That's one of them ones.
yo, we used to be repeating that shit to each other, crying, bro.
Yeah, that's when.
Me, Mama, and Stevie, yo.
That's when the venue. So sometimes the poetry venues get crazy.
Okay.
It get kind of like competitive, but you're not competing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the poems can get a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun with it and play with words. But yeah, I actually performed a couple days ago. Was that Saturday?
That was dope.
Yeah, Saturday we performed for my sis, sweet friend Sean. She did a show in the area and asked me to do some things. So we did some things. The show was pretty hot. Fred Reed, Fred Reed Music. He headlined the show. It was Fran's birthday. Stop was around. A couple folks from the old crew. We put on a pretty decent show. Hopefully that's the beginning of us getting out there
And doing some things.
and doing some things.
It was
again.
warming up too.
Yeah. I got a friend of mine got an outside venue. I'm gonna rock for him a couple times, so we're gonna have a summer. Once I get to rocking, hopefully.
That was the first time you performed in a while, right?
Yeah. When the last time I performed? Yeah, so I've done several percussion performances.
Yeah. No.
But as far as poetry performances, I haven't done many of them in the past year or so. But the percussion things, you know, some folk consider me to be a percussionist, but again, nah, but that's an African thing, man. That's it. I was told a long time ago, as a baby boy, every African man should have a drum. How else would you communicate? How you gonna tell the other brothers you? Back then, you know, of course, this is symbolic now because we got cell phones and all that. But back then, how else are you going to let the brothers know it's time to go fishing? We about to go. We gonna go hunting, bro. There you go. Or they running down on us, bro. Or if we in war, drummers in war, you gotta get the left flank, bro. You know what I mean? Strategic. Can't get away from it. We can do all we can do to get away from it.
I don't think nobody be trying to get away from it, man.
Yeah, well, I think.
Nobody tries to get away from it.
Yeah, they do.
I don't. It's just funny that I know you going right there every time.
Yeah. Because it is. It's always a chance to tell the truth about us. Nobody tells our truth. You know what I mean? If I don't hold the culture or hold that part of the culture, it goes away. You know, somebody's got to do that, or not. I mean, I guess it's okay. Generations ago, it was okay to just forget and act like things didn't exist and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think knowing, I think I said that before, like knowing things is freedom.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So again, that I'll go back to the book. The book is going to talk about a lot of things. A lot of things that are. It's going to talk about our Africans and where they show up. They show up everywhere,
Right.
all day. If you are paying attention, you Africans show your Africanism every day. Even when it comes to the dancing and the moving and all that, that's all part of us. You know. What else we got? Let's see. So, we cleared up the fact that Beyonce singing African music. We cleared that up. I did look into it today. You know what somebody said? I
What?
seen somebody, a woman. She was from, I guess it was like from the mountains in, I guess West Virginia or something like that. And she said, "This is white soul music." I said, "Oh, all right. That's like having a black quarterback. Like either a quarterback's a quarterback, right?
Right.
Only reason you would say black quarterback is because that's different than the traditional quarterback. That's why they would say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
I
mean?
get what
So
you're saying. Yeah.
there's 32 quarterbacks in the league or whatever the case may be, and one of them is black. It's black quarterback, right? So that's when you hear this is white soul. It's like the truth is right there. You know what I mean?
What is white soul?
Blues, country. She called country. They were calling country white soul.
I never ever heard of that.
I know. I went looking for it so I can find the answer, or I really wanted to find a linkage to Africa. But it's easy. It's the banjo. It's an African instrument.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So anybody that we in the information age, the banjo is the most country instrument there is,
Mhm.
next to the fiddle, and I think you'll find that both that they have African roots.
Mm-hmm. But them songs that Beyonce dropped was dope though.
There's a young lady, and we horrible. I'm gonna start doing better because I usually I don't really get too deep in the details. But if I'm explaining it to people, I guess I should have some. But there's another young lady that got some country songs. She's been out a while, and they're comparing that.
I don't know who you talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So get on something different. Let me find this lady's name. What you got? Country star. African American country star. What else you got though? African American.
I'm interested to see if I know who this person is.
Okay. Let me
I don't want to
find
get
it.
off topic because I want to.
Okay, I'm slow.
When we do it,
Yeah, just Google it. She's been.
oh, I need your phone. Damn, I done closed it up.
Yeah, use your face. See if it worked. No, see if it worked for real.
Come on, Dad. You know I
See
ain't.
if it worked.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on.
I bet I can open yours.
Come on, bro. They see them locks and all that. Nah, during COVID, I felt like my phone was opening with the ski with the
It was,
with
but
the mask on.
they made it that way, didn't they? Didn't you take the Didn't you do the thing with the mask on?
No.
Oh.
Hold on.
I know y'all know who I'm talking about.
I put an African American country singer because Beyonce came up.
Yeah.
They got Lil Nas X.
He's not black. He's Dominican.
Yo, remember you kept trying to say, Rick Fayez was Dominican? You kept saying he can't be Dominican. Hold on, yo. You American country singers. I don't know, man. We about to change topic because I can't.
All right, well, give me the phone back. It's cold in here too, yo.
Mickey Guyton.
What's the that song's better than Beyonce's song.
Her?
Let me see. What's she talking about?
I don't know. Don't play nothing so we won't get, you know what I mean? Flag.
Ain't nobody watching us.
YouTube flag us.
Oh.
They think the person gonna watch it and be like, oh nah, they try to use my stuff.
Oh. Country star. She's not. I should stop putting star. That's the problem because she's not a star. Why are you looking on my playlist?
Playlist is whack.
My playlist?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you don't know nothing about no. We already talked. We ain't gonna talk about. You don't know nothing about good music. You don't know Clear. You know the song Clear?
That's the song by the girl?
No.
Who sing Clear?
Let me just not stop.
It got colder or something.
Yeah, that's because country black. I can't find it, man. Next subject. Then I'll find it when you talking.
What's a good movie that you watched recently?
I watched the movie that won all the awards because I only watch award-winning movies.
Yo, what?
I don't watch.
Hey, Dad.
I don't watch junk movies.
Hey, Dad. Sometimes, right?
I watched.
Hey, Dad. Sometimes, for real, man. You really just be going crazy, bro. Like, you really just start saying wild shit. Like, I only watch award-winning movies.
That's it.
So it got to win an award. Did you watch it? Or
Yeah.
you just know it's good when you watch it? And you like,
No, it's got to be okay. Okay.
Did you watch Bob Marley? One Love?
Let me ask you a question, without even doing nothing else.
There you go.
No, it's just a question.
All right, go ahead.
Do you think that that's an award-winning movie?
One Love?
Don't worry about it. I tell you what
No.
I did watch. Okay,
No.
Thank you. So no, I just told you I only watch award-winning movies.
So tell me, award-winning movie that you recently watched.
Next Friday, no, I'm joking. Nah, I watched the Bomb movie.
The Bomb movie.
Yeah.
You still looking for this country singer, bro? Give it up,
Bro,
bro.
I'm looking for the Bomb movie now.
All right.
Hyper. Oh man, we are not prepared, but that's okay.
To say we not prepared to the podcast is fucking insane, yo. Yo, what?
Who won?
One thing they can't never say, we ain't no motherfucker. We some real niggas for real. I'm fucking Googling shit. The last 10 minutes, then all searching. And you don't even know what you put in, bro. Yo, come on, Dad.
Oppenheimer.
Man. What's it called?
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer? That's the name of the movie.
Yeah, that's the award-winning movie. That's the guy that made the atom bomb that blew up all those people in Japan.
Why you hit me up and tell me about that?
Huh?
I know about the
Well, that's a big movie. Yeah, that. Yeah, him.
It's an old movie?
No, it's a brand new movie with bombs in it this year. It won all kinds of Academy
But why you ain't
Awards.
send it to me like, Lou, you should check this out?
Cause it's like it's a history buff movie. It's really all about the making of the bomb and what was going on around that time.
Okay.
And I ain't think that's something you get into. So I seen that, and I seen the #1 movie of the year.
What's that?
Come on, y'all.
#1 movie of last year?
Yeah, that's it. The movie.
What?
The Color Purple. Come on, y'all.
Dad,
Don't do that.
That they shouldn't have did that.
The color paper. Fantasia knocked
They
it
should
out
have
the
never
box.
did. They shouldn't have did that.
Why not?
Leave that alone, bro. They should have left it alone. They brought the color purple back and made it a musical. Sometimes you gotta leave stuff alone, bro. They gonna do Roots next. And they gonna get cousin from
Hey yo, turn the Roots.
yeah,
Hey yo, come
they
on.
gonna
Now.
turn the Roots
That's
into a fucking musical. And they gonna get cousin from what's that movie called? What's that movie called?
the boy with the bug eyes.
Yeah, you already know that's who they gonna get to play that role. They gonna have motherfucker play Kunta Kinte.
And have him singing. Come on, yo, you play too much, yo.
And you gonna go right and see that shit. I only see award-winning movies.
Well, let me tell you something, man. Y'all got it. Please don't let this generation go without introducing y'all kids to Roots. That's a mistake. If your kids ain't seen Roots, you're a bad parent. That's all it is. Your kids ain't seen Roots, you're a bad parent.
Hey, Dad, what's your movie that
No,
you...
no,
Yeah,
you're
hold
not.
on, let me ask you a question.
No, hold on. Let me make that
All right,
clear
go ahead.
before I get quoted. If your kids have not seen Roots,
Mm-hmm.
you know, PG, parental guidance, with your guidance, then you're irresponsible.
Okay.
Or not unless you delivered or you gave them whatever truth you needed to give them through another vehicle. But that was just a vehicle. But we all watched that. That was standard. Any black person I know wasn't doing nothing.
You know what movie I feel like how you feel about Roots? The Django. If your kids...
Make the statement, bro.
If your kids
Go ahead, make it.
ain't see the Django, you're irresponsible.
Yo, you draw it, bro.
Yo,
You
the
really-
Django is the funniest movie ever.
You
yo.
really draw it with that one, yo. You was drawing.
Yo, when I watch the Django, that shit be like,
Come on,
I be
man.
having to block my face. It's so like, I'm embarrassed.
First of all, why are you saying the Django?
What's it called?
Just Django. The D is silent, it's French.
When I watch fucking Django,
Hey, yo. The D is silent, it's French, bro.
oh shit, yo, when I watch Django, that shit's secondhand embarrassment, bro.
Why are you embarrassed about Django? Why are you?
Bro,
Why are you embarrassed?
because it's so
I
funny.
don't get the
It's like
embarrassment
when I
part.
watch it, I gotta watch it by myself. You can't. It's like it's so funny to me, bro. That is the funniest movie.
What's your
ever.
funniest part?
You gonna say that ain't no any old nigga? You see that? That's my nigga.
I'm not laughing with you, yo.
Yo, that shit is hilarious, yo.
Come on, but listen,
Yo,
man, what's the historical? Wait a minute.
bro,
What's the historical premise on that,
bro, funniness, pure comedy, bro. Yo, that's a funny ass movie, yo.
I gotta admit,
I enjoy that movie a lot, yo.
I did enjoy that movie. I just thought it like you. I thought it was funny.
That's a funny.
But I don't know. I might be a little embarrassed saying it, but I did think it was a funny movie. It was. But I just think that there's some truths of our existence here.
Mm-hmm.
And Roots gives you the opportunity to have those kind of conversations. And then, families have their beliefs. Some believe a thing, some don't believe a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to put it out there and have the conversation and say what you believe and what you don't believe, I think that it's fair enough. So I think Roots is an excellent tool regardless of how you feel about whatever. It puts it all out there. It gives a visual to a thing. And you can have a conversation with your kids, a responsible conversation with your kids about that. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So in reality, I think I've talked to you before. I've talked to, your brothers and have other general conversations. And I think you guys have the general consensus is you're done with slave movies.
Mm-hmm.
Your generation's kind of done with it, but your generation's got children, so you got it. You've seen enough of them, but are you revisiting those with your children, or are you going to just act like that was a thing? We all went to therapy after that. You know, they got therapy around the country. All the black folks had years and years worth of therapy from all the drama they've gotten through, and you know they ain't flooding the jails with brothers no more. None of that. It's all over, and we can all go
Yeah, I feel you. I feel what you're
have a
saying.
good time. That ain't what it is. It's just not. So as much as it's uncomfortable to have those conversations and all that,
Is it really uncomfortable?
because I think it is. Nobody wants to have that conversation. It's a vibe killer. We try and vibe out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, me and my students talked about it, but it kind of was already a little, you know what I mean? They already had some understanding of what was going on.
Yeah, so your students is a prime example. Your students are how old?
The youngest is 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest is about 16.
Mm-hmm. What year, Siri? What year did Roots come out? Hey Siri.
An ambitious 12-hour adaptation of Alex Haley's novel aired on 8 consecutive nights in January 1977.
You got 13 phones.
This answer is from Britannica.
8 days, January 1977. So I was 8 years old. And your kids are how old? 10, you said. Youngest are 10. So then, you know, if they was to get that, if they was to watch those, they said 8 days in a row. Well, they didn't say in a row. It was 8 days. It wasn't in a row. Because maybe the weekends we had off, but our communities were shut down for those 8 days.
Watching it.
So watching it, and then there's a whole conversation the next day with whoever you encounter. Watch it. Imagine that. Like we're so separated now. Like, you know, if you and I, yesterday you and I was in the same room, we probably was on different screens, you know, for most of the time. But to have your whole family, everybody shut down, ain't nothing moving for that whole, what it was, like 2 hours a night or something like that? Ain't nothing moving. Your family is down, and then there's a conversation. You can't avoid the conversation. Conversation with your friends, conversation with your parents is just conversations. But then there's some understanding, and like I said, whether it's the facts, you can debate facts. Now y'all got facts. Before it was the truth for real, to be honest, when we seen it. But then understanding that we don't even have no absolute truths. So when you're having conversations and you're dealing with individuals, maybe that my family came through that system, and another person's family came through another system. Maybe they, that I don't know where Roots was, but maybe you came in through the north. You know, maybe somebody worked on a plantation and there was three slaves and 15 free people.
Right.
You know, everybody's story is different, but it's a story to know that story or some variation of that story happened, really happened. And then now we know some of the side stories that was going on that wasn't told. The religion that was being practiced, you know, that wasn't really shown and things like that. So, but yeah, it's it's a story of a people, of some people
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be understood and told and broken down and dealt with.
Right.
I think what I do not know that in everything that I've learned as far as CBT, cognitive behavior, treatment, and things like that, the first part is acknowledging something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's that. I don't even know how to get to my notes, man. I am horrible here. I got notes here that I had. I don't even see. Get me to my notes, man.
You there?
Quick notes. Previous 30 days.
Dad, you so funny, bro.
Yeah, I made notes too. Let me see. Let me start the whole app all over. What else you had? What else you had that you wanted to talk about, bro? Today. Okay, here we go. I got a funny one, man. I can't think of them. Maybe, how do you brothers greet each other? That's a weird one, but the amount of trauma, our people, yeah, how do you greet each other? You run into a brother, what you gonna say?
What's up, bro?
Okay.
Depending on who I'm dealing with and who I'm talking to and what kind of time he on.
So words like trying to make it. Trying to stay out of trouble, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the one that irritates the hell out of me as a black man in our community. Trying to stay out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you need to get in the way, yo. You're supposed to like get your ass in the way.
Hey, Dad.
Nah, man, like this is not.
Trying to stay out the way is cool, bro. Oh, bro, just trying, you know what I mean? Staying out the way. What's wrong with that?
The problem is we out the way. Black men ain't in the way. That's why so much is going on. Every time you hear me talk, that's the part I'm getting to, yo. You ain't in the way. Get in the way. Get in the way. As a unit, get in the way.
That was a
out
piece.
there.
That was a piece.
Huh?
That was a piece.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I got pieces for days.
We
bro.
gonna edit that motherfucker up and make that a YouTube short.
Yo, get your ass in the way. That's what it is. Get in the way, bro. Please. Like, that's it. But we ain't got to go ahead.
But when they say staying out the way, that mean like out of trouble ways.
Come on, man. You got to tell me what you doing, bro. I'm trying to stay out the way, trying not to get in trouble. Come on, man. Get some positive affirmations.
So, okay. What's good?
We need to, I ain't going to say I got a whole lot.
Taking it easy.
I'm saying I got a whole lot, but there's a lot of trouble. There's some weird ones.
What's the weird one?
Picking and grinning. Picking and grinning. I got a friend that says that to me now. What you doing, bro? I ain't doing nothing, man. Just picking and grinning.
Hey, Dad, I never heard that in my life, bro.
Yeah, that's
What does that mean?
You know what? I tried to figure it out.
Picking and grinning.
I don't know, but you'll get them. I'll when I think of them.
Because you say peace, black, you think that's a good joint.
Peace, black. Yeah, I wasn't even picking the words I say, but when I say that, I am. Okay, so
I'm not saying that wrong with.
So you what do you say?
What's good, bro?
No. Go to your Islam. What do you say?
Salaamaleykum.
What's that mean?
Assalamu alaikum.
What does it mean?
Peace. Yeah. Same thing.
But you said it in somebody else's language. I said it in my language.
Okay.
But we said the same thing.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Peace, bro. And I really, and so at the end of the day, I am really, when I say peace, I'm really wishing you peace.
Peace. Okay.
You know, that's a real thing. Peace, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say that, you know, that's what I'm saying. I'm really wishing my folks peace.
What do you say when you greet women?
Peace, sis.
Okay.
Yeah. Peace, sis. That's it.
When you see kids? Peace, child. Peace, little nigga.
Hey, yo, you stupid, yo. Nah, if it's a child, then it's a, you know,
Hey.
yeah, that's really general. But again, you know, we ain't acknowledged like we had some we had a family loss,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I don't know if I've been in the best, you know what I mean? It was a difficult one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if I've been in the best state.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the details of some of these things, but I really thought it was some of the things, and you'll hear them, but one of the main ones that we greet each other is those things that, again, as what I do and what I wish we could do more as black men in our communities. When I hear trying to stay out the way, or, you know what I mean, you know, I just feel some kind of way about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think everybody in our communities owe young people an apology. I've thought about that. We owe an apology for that Cam Newton stuff, because they went hard on young brothers in the communities. They went hard for a whole week. Didn't they? They talk about them young brothers, they ain't about nothing. Cam should stop doing all this and all that. Come to find out, a bunch of grown men acting up.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever went back and said and apologized to them brothers. You gave them brothers, they gave them brothers hell for a week. I wouldn't do nothing. They don't deserve nothing. Somebody, I heard them all your big time podcasts, all of them. Shade rooms, everybody. They cussed them kids out for a whole week. Cam came out and said they were all grown men. Nobody never went back and apologized to those kids. All those kids apologies.
So listen, I sent you the picture of beating Cam Newton up. I never knew what the fuck happened. So explain to me, not the people, because they may know. I don't know what happened.
So I'm gonna be general.
Okay.
Generally, it appears that Cam talks heavy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So basically, they were just all out there talking heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like Cam kept avoiding when I listened to him explain what happened.
Yo, because all I can see is the fucking picture that I sent you.
Yeah, he
He
kept.
said, I'm trying to help you, little niggas.
Yeah, that's wrong for that, yo. We try to help you.
Bro, that shit had me cracking the fuck up,
Nah,
yo.
they wrong for that, yo. They ain't never apologized to my young boys for that, yo. We ain't do that. That's the old head, yo.
Oh, here's fuck
Y'all
Cam
gotta
up.
eat that.
So they banked him?
So it started getting real spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. So one thing is, you know, Cam is kind of like on the edge as far as playing. Like he could probably, as he said, he is not. If there's 32 teams in the league, there's a spot for him.
Yeah, for sure. I think so too.
He's not the 32. So in that, I think somebody said something different, and I think that's his little weak spot.
Okay.
His little weak spot is, like
He
I
really
said,
feel like he one of them.
yeah. So the weak spot is calling him trash. So it sounds like somebody said something that hit his weak spot, and it turned up. He was a very apologetic.
And they end up fucking him up.
You know, they ended up getting the business. They did not do that to him.
Oh, he kicked some ass.
He did not. He restrained from kicking butt. So he pushing. He ain't striking. he ain't cracking
Oh,
off.
he's stopping them from doing that
Yeah,
to
he
him.
ain't cracking off. He's sliding them, pushing them. And one thing he did say,
But they try to play that on
what,
the young black kid.
what did he did say? He said, what if he said I could have dropped him over. Remember, he had the one boy he's going to drop over the railing. He was like, what if I would have dropped him?
I gotta dive into this.
Yeah, it ain't much there. It's a lot of, but it's grown.
But I just need to see the whole.
It's grown men. Look like they normal size. You know, Cam's not normal size. You know what I mean? They look like normal size men, 5'7" dudes.
Okay.
You know, coaches. As a matter of fact, the dudes coach for him. Like those was his dudes. Or they started out as his two dudes. Like they worked with him. They worked for him at one point doing the 7-on-7 Johns, and then they got their own teams and whatever. But it just came from Spicy Talk.
Okay.
That's all. But again, I'm bringing it up because y'all did not apologize to them young brothers, and they get enough grief for the stuff they do. Or, you know, the stuff they end up in. This ain't one. You ripped them dudes. You ripped my young boys for a whole week before Cam said
I ain't see
something.
this shit, Dad.
They ripped the hell out of them. Any sports in that, any sport from our community, not
How long
from our
ago was it? I
community.
got tapped into. I'm gonna just type it in. And,
Yeah, they gave my young boys the business. They deserve what they deserve. They didn't deserve that one. And somebody, I'm surprised that why ain't nobody apologize? Cause they do that kind of stuff all the time. That ain't
yeah,
it.
nah, that ain't it.
That ain't it. Yeah. Give my young boys an apology. So I wanted to advocate for my young boys getting their apology. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. What else you got, brother? The only other thing I got left on here is what we talked about. It just agreed upon historic facts. That's it. And really, that's that I had a long conversation with your brother. We talked about for about 3.5 hours the other day.
About what?
Community stuff, historic facts, things that I believe, right? And I understand that all my beliefs ain't true. You know, like they're not, you know, they're just what I believe.
Yeah.
So I think the ideal is that I told you before, or I mentioned before that I never spared any information because I never knew how long I would be around, right? And I don't even know if I ever checked these facts back then, but it was my understanding that black men don't live long. So I ain't got time to withhold information till later on and all that.
Right.
So I kind of like gave you guys everything I had. Like I read for years, everything I had. And then you could take it and say, Dad was on some stuff here, I don't believe that. You know, but it gives you a reference point. You know, and so I'm just not sure him and I ever did that. Really talked about historic facts. Like one, the general, so the root story, so to make it easy, the root story is my story. I've studied and looked and found, I don't find another story for my folk. Like, I can't find one of my ancestors showing up from Barbados in 1950. Like, that's not my story.
Right.
My story
He's a straight up slave.
Is the straight up, the regular story that you've seen. I haven't seen anything different. I came close just recently, a couple weeks ago. I found a large number of my family in the New York area and in upstate, or what we say, northern Jersey, Bergen County.
Okay.
And then I started digging and digging and digging, and I found that the largest community of slaves outside of the South
Mm-hmm.
was in Bergen County.
Okay.
So I couldn't even get rid of it. I didn't even have a new story there.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a slave trader who was in Virginia or somewhere down south, ran into trouble
Mm-hmm.
down there, came up north, and just started his slave trade here. So there's a lot of them companies that start. There's a lot of companies in northern Jersey
Mm-hmm.
that started with a, I wouldn't say large percentage, but a good percentage of workers that were slaves.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in the north. It's a metal company. They're still around now. I can't think of the name. But they started with like 40 free people and 20 slaves. That's how they started.
Damn.
That's how they started their.
What's the name of that
organization.
company?
I can't think of the name of the
You have to
company.
send
right
that to
now.
me.
Yeah, and some of my facts could be off. You know what I mean? I'll double check, but something like that. So they did have some large slave communities here, and it appears that, you know, my family that was in Jersey came from that community, as far as I can see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking. You know, maybe they, but again, it's just been my life quest is to just, find our story.
Mm-hmm.
So really, so I could deliver it to y'all, to give you an idea. This is what we got, and you can keep working.
Right.
But again, that part of us that shuts down our truths, that thought that our ancestors, formerly slaved, freemen is the word they call formerly slaved. Sometimes they thought that the best case scenario was just to not mention it,
Mm-hmm.
or leave it alone. And so they didn't tell their family. A lot of our stories died with them. And a lot of our linkages, whatever we could gather, died with them.
Right.
So, yeah, that's been an ongoing project, is to just find out more information and delivering it to y'all. Again, you can find some stuff, and if it don't fit in line with what you're doing, then you get to throw it away. But my part is to
Give it.
give what all I have,
Mm-hmm.
and then let y'all rock. Yeah. So, anything from the rap world? Any new songs out I should be checking out? Who should I be checking out?
I ain't been tapped in. For real. I've been kind of like, I've been listening to a lot of old stuff.
Hmm.
It's crazy because I be feeling like, damn, like sometimes I be feeling like I'm older. You know what I mean? Like somebody be putting me on to stuff. You know what I mean?
You older.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. I know.
You 30, fam.
I know, bro. I know.
You 30.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you 30.
But damn. But damn, man.
Yeah.
They really be put me on to like music, like the new hot. Only thing I'm really up on, I feel like, is fashion, cause it's my job. You know what I mean? I try to stay sharp, and that.
I bought some new pants.
Mm-hmm.
I went to your cousin Stan, and he had some pants up there, some Carhartts.
Mm-hmm. So that's a joint.
They were wide leg,
That's a joint.
some wide leg Carhartts. They look like them
Stack pants, flare pants.
Yeah, them yellow pants you had on.
They was kind of big.
Yeah. But they fit in the waist.
Mm-hmm. But they big down the bottom.
The whole thing. They look like skateboarders. I figured out you can give me one of them Joyride big T-shirts to go with it. I can get on some. I can get on some stuff, y'all. I could, you know what I mean? I could flip it up. No,
I think I told you that's. You can,
for me,
yeah, because you was already wearing big shit, remember?
I was 30 years old then.
You was wearing them big ass sweatpants. And
I was 30, yo.
I turned you up, bro. I got you slim.
Yeah, and now.
It's back.
Yeah, now it's back. Now I got to get some baggy stuff. I told you I got some sweatsuits today
Mm-hmm.
from Timo. All of them was trash.
I keep your homework keep fucking the weird ass website shit.
I tried to get my sweatsuit game up with Timo.
Timu, man.
Timo, yep. I got 10 sweatsuits for $25.
And thought they was gonna be sturdy. You couldn't wait for that package to come either.
I was waiting on it. All of it trash. I was like,
I see Omar got a motherfucking a package from Timu. That's that. He took motherfucker a safari vest. Y'all some bullshit. Y'all be in the office. Like, yo, I'm about to get this.
Every time I tried one of those, it was like trash. Trash.
How was the material?
The materials was all right.
So it's just a cut.
It's just that skinny leg, man.
Take that motherfucker to the dry cleaners.
And do what?
Oh, because it's already tight.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Add? I can get them like yours and add a little white piece in it. Can you add like a white flare in them? Like a black diamond? And make them wide?
Shit, you laughing.
Make them
That
joints
motherfucker
wide.
might get, Jenny might get you right.
Yeah. Who's Jenny?
That was fucked up. You wasn't supposed to ask that because I don't really think that's that lady name.
I thought you was Jenny. I thought that was like some slick name you called your alter ego sewing
Nah,
machine person.
Jenny is the lady who from
From the dry cleaners.
the dry cleaners on Cocker.
Come on, man.
What's her name, Dad?
Miss Dunright. The hell?
That's not her fucking name. Yo, you always play,
She's
yo.
been Miss Dunright for the past 20 years.
Hey, Dad, she not even that old, bro.
They've been there for 20 years. They just look sturdy. They've been around a long time. They as old as me. How about that?
Yeah, so you saying she been there for 20 years and all that, trying to...
No.
Okay, yeah, 20 years.
Miss Dunright. Oh, we gotta say, why are we saying their name? Bleep that out when you edit that.
No, we need a check from them, right?
They don't give checks.
Free dry cleaner.
They don't give checks or free dry cleaning. They don't play. They don't play them
I
games.
ain't give a
They
fucking
the most
nothing.
they the most expensive dry cleaner in the city.
No, they snapped. They got my suit right.
But they gonna get you right. I tried them other places, the dollar places.
Look, I
My
showed
buttons came off.
Omar a motherfucking shirt, right? I said, man, see, I can't go to this dry cleaner. He gonna say, they didn't wash that motherfucker, they just ironed it.
That's what I feel like the
The neck
dollar.
was all dirty.
That's what I feel like the dollar cleaners be doing. Spraying, they might spray it down with some stuff that smell like dry cleaner fluid.
And iron your shit up real quick.
Eye you up, start you up. Yeah, so. But yeah, man, we went through the books. We talked about the sisters, Great Mind. Our new tabletop book is pretty dope.
Yeah, tabletop book is dope.
Yeah.
We talked about my book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hype about these, man. I can't wait to see what this becomes.
So you got a task for the next time we show up.
What's that?
The sports story of the day, the sports story of the week.
Okay.
You could do the sports story.
I really, you know what's crazy? I seen some shit. I don't watch basketball, right?
Mhm.
But it's a kid. I forgot the kid name.
Did you mention Freddie's daughter?
I didn't mention Freddie's daughter.
Mention Freddie's daughter.
I am. I'm
Okay.
gonna mention her in a second.
Okay.
But I seen this kid. He dunked. He in NBA. You ain't see that crazy ass dunk?
I did. Edwards is his name.
Anthony Edwards.
Nasty.
Wow.
Nasty.
Nasty. Straight up disrespectful.
That was nasty.
And the boy Collins.
Mm.
I really don't know basketball. I be feeling
Well,
bad.
it used to be a time where there was nightly disrespectfulness. I think all this shooting, all these points.
Nah, that shit is what I like.
That
That was crazy. My man's DM'd that joint to me.
Mm.
I'm watching it every you know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
Oh, the young bull. Jalen Green. He fooled with a sister that used to be on Basketball Wives.
Shit, you I don't remember about that.
Oh yeah, it's young handsome young brother. He, golden with curls and all that. Yeah, he's about 20, 22 years old.
Mm.
The sister he dealing with is like
50?
she's 37.
Okay.
She was on Basketball Wives, and she got a son that's 21.
Damn.
Yeah, don't act like that, because you wouldn't be acting like that if it was the reverse.
And I was what, the young boy?
If the young boy, if
I was the one with the
no,
girl?
if an older man was messing with a young girl, if a 37-year-old man was messing with a 22-year-old sister, you wouldn't have an issue. No, I mean, I ain't talking about you. People
Okay.
wouldn't have an issue if a 37, 38-year-old man was dealing with a 22-year-old
girl.
That's
Okay.
normal.
Yeah.
But this is the sister's catching a lot of grief for fooling
With
this,
the young boy.
With the young boy, you know, she got kids by some old heads that retired in the NBA
Yeah.
and all that,
Yeah.
and she out there giving that young boy.
Let's talk about GJ.
Let's talk about GJ.
You've been paying a lot of attention to it, watching the games and all that.
Yeah. So I watched the games on some app.
Okay.
You know, I purchased the app. Purchased the app for football season,
Mm-hmm.
and then after football season, I kept it on because Gigi's season was going on. So they play at a strange time of day. Normally, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get to catch them, but I caught them when they played Caravel the first time, and I was sitting there Saturday morning a couple weeks ago, and I got the alert on the app, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay, let me get the popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those other moments where I get teary-eyed because I watched that sister's dreams play out in front of my eyes. Like she was not playing the championship. She was going to get that chip, and she took it upon herself to make sure they got that. And actually, I think she had like 29 points or something. She was on her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as she was on her stuff, with a minute left in the game, they didn't have the ball, and the game was tied.
Mm-hmm.
And so they tried to do some last second stuff, and she snatched it and took it the other way. And I mean, some things happened. She was fouled and foul shots up, but at the end of the day, she got it done.
It's crazy just to see her, like being in the boxing gym with her dad, and just to see her dribbling the ball around the boxing gym. And you be like, yo, chill, man. She, you know what I mean? Until just manifesting to be great.
When she was a baby, she was just up there with us.
Yeah.
When Freddie was up there, Omar was just started. Freddie was assistant with O, and you know him. He had a lot of assistants.
Yeah, facts.
Fred came with a lot of assistants.
Right.
But yeah, baby girl started going downstairs, and
it's crazy to see, like, cause I just remember that shit, like Fred upstairs on some boxing shit, his daughter just downstairs shooting the ball. Now it's like, damn, look at it.
And she's what in
Gatorade Player of the Year. That's crazy.
That's crazy. What's her She's like the 5th best player. She's in her class. She's top 5.
Top 5. Yeah, she's high.
Top 5. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shouts out to
I gotta start bringing my phone, bro, to the pod.
Yeah. Shout out to Northside. Ooh. Hey man.
Yo, it's crazy.
Fred from the block, man. Fred is from my block, man. So peace and
I
blessings.
just want to say I'm proud of you, Gigi. That's
yeah.
And you know what I mean? Great job.
Yeah, it is.
Pop, Dukes, Fred, man. That's
super proud.
Yeah.
Good folk.
That's a good job, man.
Yeah, he's great and fun and stuff, and she's excellent. The other day, I was at the center, and I don't know, it was when I was doing the Black History stuff over there, but I didn't even see her. You know what I mean? And she tapped me. You know what I mean? And said hello. I thought it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's one of our babies from the gym.
No, for sure.
She was a baby then.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So yeah, that's a good thing. a positive joint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gatorade Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. She taking over female basketball nationwide. That's well known that she really, you know what I mean? She doing her thing. But yeah, wrap this joint up.
Wrap it up, brother. We
It's the Me and My OG podcast, episode 3, man. We appreciate y'all. You know, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, definitely like, comment, and what else?
Subscribe.
Okay.
And
What you get? We don't got no exclusive content.
all right, y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.